I Want Songs Part 2. Confused? Go here!
You're watching Musical Theater MASH!
Last time, we talked about the who of I Want songs, and the fundamental yet often nuanced and complex relationship between a musical's protagonist and their statement of purpose through an I Want song. Today we're going to talk about plot structure. Where in the climactic arc can you find an I Want song? Climactic arc, I hear you say. Flash back with me to the Sunflower State for a quick refresher. There aren't a lot of mountains in Kansas, but there are in The Wizard of Oz. You may have heard of this concept described as the story mountain, or dramatic structure, or Freytag's pyramid, and there are a couple different points on this mountain. There's the exposition, the inciting incident, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. Side note, you may have some additional points on this mountain, like the crisis, or the catastrophe, or the reversal, or the complication. Just know that I'm simplifying a little bit. So, let's bring this mountain to Kansas. Exposition. Dorothy Gale lives in Kansas and dreams of a far-off place where she won't get in trouble.
Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto?
Inciting incident. Tornado. Dorothy's house gets swept away to the magical land where she unknowingly kills the Wicked Witch of the East. Rising action. Ruby Slippers, Witch, Yellow Road, Scarecrows, Evil Trees, Tin Man, More of the Witch, Lions, Poppies, Not Nobody, Not Know How, the Incredible Hulk, and finally, Go Kill the Witch! Climax. Well, they kill the witch. Falling action. Back to Oz, ignore the man behind the curtain, and the balloon gets away. Resolution. Tap your shoes, you idiot girl. There's no place like home, and you were there too, and you, and you. Simple, right? Here's the million-dollar question. So where on this silly climactic mountain does the I Want song happen? Well, usually it's just a stone's throw away from the inciting incident. For Dorothy, her I Want song is Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
In Cabaret, at least the movie version, it's Sally's Maybe This Time.
It's gotta happen, happen sometime. Maybe this time I'll win.
Some schools of literary analysis term this moment the call to adventure. Pocahontas is just around the river bend, and Gypsies, Some People are all about the call to explore the unknown. Now here's where things get interesting. Let's zoom in on that inciting incident. Take a look at where Somewhere Over the Rainbow falls. It falls right before the inciting incident. While Dorothy's song doesn't directly cause the tornado, because that would be silly, there is an implied connection between her pleading to the sky and the vortex-shaped answer. Compare that to Cabaret. Sidebar number 2, we're talking the film version here. There's so many structure changes between the different versions and the film that it's useful to focus on just one, and of course I chose the one with Liza Minnelli. It's hard to pin an exact inciting incident in Cabaret. Is it when Brian arrives in Berlin, or the first time he and Sally kiss, or the second time, or the third time? Whenever it is, it's pretty certain that maybe this time Sally's I Want song comes after the inciting incident. So that puts Cabaret somewhere around here. Let's look at one last example. For reasons that are worth a whole different video, I maintain that the protagonist of Hello Dolly is not the titular Dolly Levi, but is feed store clerk Cornelius Hackle. Stick with me on this. Cornelius's I Want song is Put On Your Sunday Clothes.
Out there's a world outside of Yonkers, way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby.
And his self-motivated story arc has its inciting incident almost right at the beginning of the song. For all intents and purposes, this puts Hello Dolly's I Want song right here, smack dab on top of the inciting incident. See what I'm getting at? There are basically 3 main places where the I Want song can fall. Just before the inciting incident, right after the inciting incident, or with the inciting incident. But here's the thing about contemporary musical theater. It leans in a particular direction. Let's look at some examples. Avenue Q. Inciting incident. Princeton moves into his apartment on Avenue Q. I Want song, Purpose. Happens after the inciting incident.
I don't know where I'm gonna look. I'm gonna find my purpose.
Book of Mormon. Inciting incident. Elder Cunningham gets sent to Uganda. I Want song, You and Me, but mostly me, happens after the inciting incident. Hairspray. Inciting incident. Tracy auditions for the Corny Collins show. I Want song, I Can Hear the Bells, happens after the inciting incident.
Everybody warns that he won't like what he'll see, but I know that he'll look inside of me. Yeah, I can hear the bells.
And on, and on, and on. You see what I'm getting at? Now, there are arguments to be made about the exact positioning of events in these musicals, and I'm sure I'll hear all about it in the comments, but generally, contemporary musical theater I Want songs are reactionary. That is, they happen in direct response to the inciting incident. And, well, while I think this is successful, I think it's also a little lazy. Of course, this is a super hyper contemporary observation. Go back just a few more years and you get much more active songs. One song, Glory, in Rent happens before the inciting incident, which is Mimi's arrival. I Want to Be a Producer happens before Max and Leo formally decide to become partners. Not for the Life of Me opens Thoroughly Modern Millie, or heck, let's go way back. Open a New Window in Mame, or How to Succeed and How to Succeed in Business, An English Teacher and Bye Bye Birdie. All of these songs happen before the inciting incident, and I would wager all of these musicals have stronger protagonists. They're much more active in achieving their goals. Less of the musical happens to them. They make the musical happen. The counterpoint is, of course, that this makes them seem like simpler characters, and that's probably true. Perhaps the best solution is to do more with your I Want song, like in Hello Dolly. Because, of course, Put On Your Sunday Clothes is so much more than just a song that establishes Cornelius's wants. Same with the opening number of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. It's an exposition song, an inciting incident song, and it's all rolled up into one. Same with the opening of Into the Woods, or The Oldest Established in Guys and Dolls. I don't know. Take a look at your favorite musical and see how it pans out. Where in the little bubble of inciting incident does the I Want song fall? And, of course, stay tuned for the final part in this series where we talk about the content of I Want songs. Or something like that.